Hi, I'm Stacy McGovern Ruby, and I'm the Marketing and Communications Manager for the College of Education. And I'm just going to share some highlights of the past year, things you can look forward to this year, and just some ways that we can work together. First of all, my contact information is on this slide, so feel free to email me, call if you've got a great idea. In terms of the role of the Marketing and Communications Manager, I'm here to build external and internal awareness, support, and preference for College of Education and all that it entails. We want to use all the channels available to do so. Um, in doing that, I'm serving as your lead and counselor for all marketing and communications. My goal is to deliver brand consistent storytelling in partnership with university relations and college marketing managers and others like admissions across campus. Overall, I have three primary goals always: build brand, contribute to building enrollment, and build relationships. In terms of some of what we accomplished in this last year, again, tried to use all those different tools. So we had publications, web, and news stories were among some of what happened. Some highlights were bringing back the premier print magazine version, the publication that goes to alumni and friends, but also actually getting the e-news back on track as well, both last fall and then this spring. For the web, just trying to work on a lot of new, fresh stories, senior profiles, Premier Magazine online, helped a couple departments with transitioning their websites. I noticed in terms of news that an interesting thing is that the Inside UNI features that you all see, 21 of those were College of Education related in the last year. So I thank everyone who shared their stories as part of that. CRM is essentially our email marketing to prospective students. So that's something that's led by admissions and university relations, but we worked with them this year on ensuring that we have college specific messaging updated within the admits and commits flow, as well as doing some pre-health open house emails. Was definitely just a supporter of but several successful events over the last year. First ever Be a Teacher Day and Transfer Teach Transform last fall was a big one, where we had probably about 400 prospective students, parents, and family members who joined us, and then a host of others. And then unfortunately, we also had some in the spring that got canceled. Social media is the beast that must be fed constantly, but so constantly working on that. Had some mini campaigns. One thing we tried to do this year was to rotate through the different programs so everybody had some visibility during the year. But we're pulling on what's in the news, sharing, stories from UNI, Dean's List, commencement convocation. Those are always big things for our students. In terms of looking ahead, probably a big thing that's been for me a big part of last year and will also be part of this new year is the UNI branding initiative and website overhauls. Both shall come to fruition this year. They're both well on their way. We're in the final stages of the branding preparation and getting ready hopefully for final approval and launch and rollout. Same thing, the website was waiting for the brand components to start coming together, but now they have enough information that that is also underway. So for both of those, that's really the institutional version of brand and web, but then that is going to, the next step will be what does that mean for the college and all of our components on the web or in our stories that we tell. So it's gonna be a big year for making that transition, and you're gonna be hearing a lot more about that. Elevating teacher education is something we do all the time, but there really is, I think, a very collaborative process in place that is just going to continue to play out that story. And again, that's among the college marketing managers across the 4 colleges, as well as university relations. Always keeping in mind the balance of the strength and the anchor that our teacher education programs play into the overall larger preparation program. Health sciences is something we talk about maybe a little bit more informally, but I think that story is starting to come together as well. Again, programs that are across multiple colleges. So I think we'll see more there. And in essence, we fall in most of those buckets. Most of what we have, and the couple I can think of that don't, I could consider an extension of the business bucket. So, we're part of some very leading stories here in terms of both recruitment and reputation. So we're going to be working heavily on that this year. All of this relates to recruitment and marketing, but some of our journeys more when you're first raising your hand and saying, I want to be a teacher, or I might be interested in pre-health profession, or in public health, or in tourism, etc. Hoping to start getting some more college-based messages into the flow along with the general messages that are out there. So that's a goal of the CRM team. So that's something we'll be working with them on this year. Always having to work on just maintaining content for social media and the web. Focus this year, though, will be working with University Relations to see if we can enhance our video library for those efforts. Internal communications with COE news, and in general, staying in touch as we live through and meet the challenge of COVID-19 will be a focus. And really not only to keep you informed, but aware of what other people are doing, and create a better sense of community that I think is important. And finally, a long-term goal that I just keep working away at is to assess opportunities to extend the story and elevate the profile, particularly among our peers. This is an opportunity to talk more about our research, the conferences we attend, the topics we're presenting, the expertise we have, the centers that we have. So there's a lot to do here, but we just need to keep moving forward on each of these items. How can I help then? Again, I'm your central contact and partner in marketing and communications. Depending on resources and priority, I'm here to help guide projects, to be hands-on, to take the lead. But in other cases, it may be at least I'm here to provide counsel, or sometimes just to be aware. I do want to know about what's developing, because part of my role is to help ensure that we have a consistent quality COE brand story and just know how it all fits together. So how can you help? Well, if you have a project in mind, let's talk sooner than later. If you have something going on that's visual, we are always looking for social media pictures. I hear that there's a class that's trying to switch to be outside due to COVID-19. That's going to be a great photo and also a potential story. Again, share news, honors, achievements, expertise. This is good as for COE news, but those can turn into future features. Maybe I'll see a pitch there with University Relations. They're doing a really good job of jumping on and taking advantage of some of the stories that we've passed along. So share those with me, then I can share with others as well. Keep in touch on COVID-19. This was sort of the story of the spring, but as we all know, it's still here. And we want to know our successes, our learnings. We don't want to lose track. Part of this is really making sure that we somewhat get it down for history on how well we've met the challenge. So again, pass those stories along. Do you know a great student story? Again, I want to know. I know with 1,000 on the dean's list that I saw for the spring, there's plenty of people to reach out to, but you all know them better. So if something really strikes you, stands out, please pass it along. Prepare to be a UNI brand champion. This is the year. There will be plenty of education and communications that are part of this, but it is something to look forward to, and I look forward to sharing more with you as things come to conclusion. Overall, I will say that my one caveat in everything is I can't say yes to everything, but I would really rather know about something than not know about it. So again, feel free to share. And at minimum, keep your faculty directory listing up to date. That is always good. So that's what I have to share. And I welcome all the new faculty this year. Look forward to meeting you when we get that chance. And stay safe and stay healthy.